Greetings, everyone. Pete Pardo here from Sea of Tranquility. Welcome to yet another episode of What's Hot with Sea of Tranquility here on this Wednesday. Wednesday, as always, is new review day here on the channel, covering lots of the cool new albums that are being released in all the genres that we cover. Some days we do review albums that it's not a Wednesday, right? But generally it's always Wednesdays, but you might get peppered with other days during the week where especially if we have a lot of stuff, which right now I've got a ton of stuff here to get to over the next few weeks. So you're probably going to be seeing reviews popping up on various times throughout the week here on the channel, especially over the next week. I got vacation time coming up, so I'll be trying to get as much done as I possibly can. Anyway, today we're going to take a look at the brand new album from this duo from Reno, Nevada, on Prosthetic Records. They've got like a handful of studio releases so far. This is their brand new one. Comes out on May 31st, here at the end of the month in just a couple days. The band is called Four Stroke Baron. Data Diamond is the name of the album. Again, like I said, Prosthetic Records, generally known as a metal label that has all sorts of different flavors of metal, a lot of extreme stuff, right? A lot of thrash, avant-garde metal, some metalcore and alt.metal and progressive metal and you name it, right? So they're very excited about this release. They wanted to make sure we reviewed it here on the channel. I have never heard this band before, never even heard of them before, so this was brand new to me. I was like, sure, send it on over. We'll give it a shot. All right. So the band, Four Stroke Baron, is Kirk Witt and Matt Valerino, who do all the vocals, all the instruments, all the programming, everything that's on here, they tackle. The only guests on the album are featured on the closing title track. It's the booklet. And that you've got Paul Masvidal, of course, from Cynic, and Adam Janzi help out on that last track. But otherwise, it's just the two guys doing everything. Got lyrics on the other side. Okay. So the reason why this album apparently is called Data Diamond is the original intent is that they were going to release two EPs, one called Data, one called Diamond, with the intent of the Data EP being all electronic type material, and the Diamond stuff, the Diamond EP, would be the alt metal, the heavy stuff, right? Heavy electronic, right? But instead they said, screw it, we're going to put it all and make one album out of it. It's probably easier, right? But then those who don't like the electronic, now you got the electronic. Those who don't like the heavy, now you got the heavy. So, but I'm assuming if you like this band, you kind of like a little bit of both, because I went and listened to some of their earlier stuff, and that's what they're all about. They're this weird, bizarre, this stuff is bizarre. I don't know if again, I've never heard this band before. I had really no expectations, but they know, the label knows we like prog stuff. And I was like, okay, cool, whatever. And I don't even know if you'd call this prog. This is just weird stuff. It's kind of like alternative metal meets electronic meets 80s synth pop meets new wave meets industrial, all kind of mixed into one, and it's wacky. I can't even describe bands. Sometimes I'm playing this and I'm kind of like, all right, that's kind of wacky and weird and kind of dissonant and chaotic, like Mr. Bungle. At times I'm thinking like Strapping Young Lad, but maybe not quite as heavy. At other times I'm hearing all these 80s synth pop bands flying about the mix, Depeche Mode and all sorts of other stuff, and I'm kind of like, I'm dizzy. Times I do Faith No More at their wackiest, right? And I'm just maybe a little System of a Down, but then all this kind of synthy stuff, and just sometimes it's like carnival music, sometimes it's like Kraftwerk, and it's just, I'm like, what is going on here, people? I don't know. I really don't know. I don't even honestly know if I like this or not. But I give them credit. Here's the thing, and I've listened to this numerous times already. It's so different and so out there, you can't help but be intrigued by it. Even if it's not really your cup of tea, that's totally where I fall. This is not something, after I talk to you guys about it, now that I've listened to it a handful of times, I will probably never listen to this again. But it's really intriguing, and I know lots of people who would really, really like this. Just because it's so weird and it's so out there. And it's heavy in spots. It's just very synthy and electronic in others. There's, like I said, there's little bits of industrial. There's just weird and wackiness. Some of the vocals are just so outlandishly bizarre that I'm just kind of sitting there listening to it, guy, what is going on here? but I've never heard anything like this before. So that counts for something, right? Right? I don't know. Like I said, not really my cup of tea, but I think I'll read you the title track. So On Mute, Monday, The Witch, Cyborg Part 3, Because I'm God. Why not? Because I am. Valet, Open the World, People in My Image, 1,000 Threads, and Data Diamond, the title track. And it kind of goes from track to track, is totally different than the one before it, the one after. It's just, you just sit there and your head spins and you're kind of like, and there are little things I pick up here that are pretty cool. This heavy bursts of guitars and, wild synths, and then these just weird multi-track layered vocals and things, and just, it's all over the place. And it's like one of those albums I kind of really want to like, but the more I keep listening to it, the more weird it is. And I'm just like, yeah, sometimes certain albums are just not meant to click with certain people, right? Even though you want it to, and you totally recognize that there's some cool shit going on, but it's just does not compute for Pete Pardo, right? So that's where I'm at with this. I think, please, here's whenever I do a review like this, where I fully realize that there's some cool stuff going on, but it's just not for me, you shouldn't just discount it, because I think there's going to be a lot of people who watch this channel who like kind of bizarro stuff like this, and just because I'm not really digging it doesn't mean that you won't, because I think a lot of people really will. So if you like kind of weird, proggy, metally, electronic, just bizarre music that just is going in a million different directions, give this a try. If any of the bands I mentioned is your cup of tea, give this a try. I would say, just out of curiosity, you should give it a try. I'm going to put the Bandcamp page down below. Again, it does not release till the 31st, so right now they're only giving you access to 2 tracks, but if you wait like a week or whatever, you could probably listen to the whole thing. Maybe it's floating around out there on YouTube or something like that. I'm not really sure, but I'll put the link to the Bandcamp page down below. I'm going to give it, for me personally, 3 out of 5. That's just me. There's probably a lot of people that are going to be like, this is like a work of genius. This is so weird. I love it. It's so different. It is really different. If you are searching for something that's just totally out there, that doesn't, it's got little bits and pieces of things you might have heard before, but on its own, as a separate piece of work, it's very unique and just wildly out there. So if any of this sounds interesting, go check it out. Like I said, Data Diamond is the name of the album. 4-Stroke Baron is the name of the band, name of the duo. Go check it out. This is on the web at www.seatranquility.org. We're on Facebook, we're on YouTube, all together, all the damn time. Please subscribe if you haven't already, and click on that notification bell so you get alerted of all of our content as it posts. Then please do hit the like button before you leave. Also down below, we got the links to our Ko-Fi page for channel donations, our merch page, and our Cameo page. Thank you in advance for all your support there, as always, and we'll see you soon here with more stuff. I am Pete Pardo. Thanks for watching, everybody. Tune in for more in just a little bit. Till then, take care. Bye-bye.